Good morning, everyone. Welcome to a new update of the crypto markets as we are seeing some impressive movements on Bitcoin itself. Before we start, I'd like to share that I've got our own website where you can see market insights, trade alongside me, educate yourself. We're going to shift some stuff on the website and on the group in the coming period, so check it out. It's in the link beneath the video. Also check out my Instagram and Twitter page if you want to stay updated on what we are posting. And then we have said everything that we have to say. Next to that, I'd like to start off this video with that we are not going to discuss the momentum on Bitcoin, or not that broad. We are going to discuss altcoins. As what we see right now is that Bitcoin is having some strength. However, there are still some reasons to not be overly bullish yet, as there is no clear volume indication that there is a strong move occurring, but it is happening. There is some momentum going on. However, altcoins are not following along. So staying out of altcoins, staying into Bitcoin is still an appropriate strategy until there is a clear momentum shift in altcoins. And what we have witnessed yesterday is that there is Ethereum 2.0. And Ethereum 2.0 is a very nice upgrade, and we've been waiting for it for a long time. So that there is the deposit address and that there is some news coming in on Ethereum 2.0. That's nice. That's wonderful for the markets. That's what the market needs. However, if we check the price momentum on Ether, we can see that the BTC pair is still showing weakness, as this is the daily chart, and we saw a price momentum on ETH BTC yesterday with this huge candle and volume occurring here. However, as you can see, the price is dropping down again given the recent strength on Bitcoin. Which chart should you follow if you want to trade altcoins? You should be following the BTC pair chart. If that starts to show a bottoming construction or at least some strength, then you know that it's better to jump into altcoins. Because at this point, if Ethereum is stabilizing and Bitcoin USD runs up, it's clearly not the moment to jump into Ethereum, as you are better off holding Bitcoin alone. So watching the USDT chart for an altcoin can blur your mind, and I do remember from 2017 that there was a case in a certain period that your USD value of your altcoin was going up because Bitcoin went up, but the BTC value of your portfolio drained heavily. So the strategy should be applied to which case or which period you want to be in. So in this case, you can see that Ethereum is still dropping down in the BTC pair, while the USD chart is showing some stabilization, or at least a bounce up because of the strength of Bitcoin. This means that your strategy is to be staying into Bitcoin USD. I hope that's clear, and that's what we're going to discuss in some of these altcoins. We have been discussing Ethereum broadly in the previous period already, and we do see that we're approaching the level that we want to be approaching on Ether. Based on the weekly time frame, we've discussed Ethereum BTC here, and Ethereum BTC is clearly in support zone quite soon, as between 0.245 and 0.265 has been the area that I wanted to show some interest in Ethereum in general, as that's the range low of this range we are approaching here. We've hit the range high, and now we are going for support at the range low. So I think we're getting closer to interest into altcoins. However, you should still be avoiding jumping into them too soon, unless you have a swing trading strategy through which you can deploy the DCA approach. As you can see, we've lost the 0.315 level, started to drain down quite frankly, and now we're looking at support around this green zone that we have been discussing. So my approach, if I see this chart and I know the momentum on Bitcoin at this point, I suspect that we will see some more strength on Bitcoin before we reverse, and then this ETH BTC chart starts to bottom out. before we can see some strength. So at this point, higher time frame support levels should be a hit. You want to see a clear bottoming construction before you want to hit any of these altcoins, and the main critical indicator for altcoins is ETH BTC. If we go towards XRP BTC, we can see that going with the RSI beneath 30 can still push your price further down. So in this case, we see a heavy trend, and some people would love to see some falling wedge constructions or eager to buy into this one at this point. But all I'm seeing is that we're losing level after level as Ripple is just not providing what it wants to be. So what you want on XRP is just higher time frame levels to be clearly holding support once again. So if we reclaim 1900 sats, I'd be definitely interested. If we get a bounce up and we jump back down again and reclaim this level we are establishing here, that would also mean that we got a bullish divergence, and that would trigger a long entry. At this point, I'm not going to try to be the best trader to get the exact bottom. I'm trying to make safe bets, less risky trades, and secure profits through proper risk management, through which I'd be happily buying XRP 10% higher if I get higher confirmation levels. XRP USDT, we do see that we're still holding support here, which is great, but we've lost the construction of this rising wedge pattern, which is still quite bearish, if I may say that. Area to watch, if we do break down with a potential breakdown of BTC, I'm suspecting that we're going to look for the support around 20 cents. So in this case, I do not see any entry on the longs. We do have support at 22.7, which could initiate some scalp trade longs, but overall, if I want to get swing trade longs, I want to see a clear confirmation as well, and I think we're going to target the area around 20 cents if we continue to break down from the current path we have. And if we do break down, I think the whole overall market is going to make a nice rounded bottom before we start to kick off 2021 with a nice bullish breakout, just like we have been doing previously. Zilica, I'll be discussing this one a little bit more later on. We have been stating that it's getting into support zones that I'll be interesting. One of them is that we're going to approach the range high, which we just broke through, which is 85 sats. Second level of interest is around 105 satoshis. If we get some confirmations here, just like we have been sharing on XRP, for instance, I think this is one of the coins that I'll be happily holding into my portfolio, and that would be a longer-term approach, through which I assume that the next rally is going to be similar to what AV has been doing, and we might be even getting towards 500 sats. But that's what I'm going to discuss in the video tomorrow. Chainlink, before we end off with Bitcoin, breaking south as we have discussed. First level of interest, no clear confirmation of support, so I'm looking at second level of interest, which is around 62,000 sats, or if we reclaim a level just like we do on XRP, but for now it's not the period to be holding these altcoins. Then finally Bitcoin, as we see, we're showing strength, nice upwards trend here. Slight parabolic if you watch the lower time frames, which is tricky, but we have been seeing this pattern in 2019, through which we just continue to accelerate. So this is overall quite good. Currently we are taking the liquidity above the recent highs, so we're making new highs. What you do not want to see is that we turn here. That would create a confirmation of a bearish divergence, and then we are getting into that strategy that we have been deploying previously, in which altcoins will have one big sell-off, yet Bitcoin will correct some further down before the whole overall momentum starts to kick off. So you want to see continuously strength here, through which you don't want to see price drop below 14k. If we do reverse here and get such a momentum, I think we're going to see further correction, but overall this is fine. If we do hold 14k, I think we're going to continue searching towards the higher levels that we have been discussing, and that's the area around 16 to 17k. So it's critical, it's essential that we do hold that 14k barrier. If we do not hold that, I think we are in for a further corrective move. And honestly, if I see this chart, if we get back towards this area here and get a nice compression going for a little period, I think that would be quite healthy. Thanks for watching. Check out my website, Instagram and Twitter, and I'll be back tomorrow with a video on Zilica and some other altcoins.